So hello and welcome to the 2022 Drexel Hill Middle School Hero Assembly. My name is Jill Palladino and I'm the proud principal of Drexel Hill Middle School. It is my honor to welcome each of you to our beautiful school courtyard surrounded by sunshine and sunflowers. What a perfect atmosphere to honor a hero who has brought so much sunshine and happiness to so many members of the Upper Darby School District community. Before we begin, we're going to stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. On September 11, 2001, the United States was attacked by terrorists in coordinated assaults in New York, Washington, D.C., and Shanksville, Pennsylvania. Nearly 3,000 Americans lost their lives that morning, while the rest of the nation froze in panic, not knowing if another attack was to come. First responders, including military, firefighters, police, and paramedics, raced into the center of the chaos to protect and save as many lives as possible, often putting themselves at risk for injury, illness, and death. Many families in America today, both victims and first responders, live with the scars of injury, with chronic medical conditions, and with ongoing emotional trauma of the attack on September 11th. September 11th, 2001 marked a shift in how we live, how we perceive safety, and our understanding of the blessings that we enjoy as members of a free and democratic nation.
Spacious skies, forever waves of grain, for purple mountain majesties above the fruited plain. America, America, God shed His grace on thee, and crown thy good with brotherhood from sea to shining sea. Oh, beautiful for heroes proved in liberating strife, who more than self their country loved, and mercy more than life. America, America, may God thy glory find, till all success be nobleness, and every gain divine. Oh, beautiful for patriot dream that sees beyond the years. Thine alabaster cities gleamed, undimmed by human tears. America, America, God shed His grace on thee, and crown thy good with brotherhood from sea to shining sea, and crown thy good with brotherhood from sea to shining sea. The land I love, America.
Each year, the staff and administration of Drexel Hill Middle School has honored a member of our community in remembrance of September 11th, 2001. Behind me is the Wall of Heroes, built to recognize those who inspire us by their selfless acts of courage. This year, I have the responsibility and the honor to introduce Ms. Fran McElhenney, this year's inductee to our Wall of Heroes. For those of you who may not know, this is my first year serving as principal, and I knew early on that one of my first responsibilities would be to choose a recipient for today's assembly. Working to get a school year up and running as a new principal is already a task in itself, and knowing this ceremony would arrive soon after the first day of school, I thought to myself, how am I going to pull this off? It was in that moment that I looked across the room at Fran, still working hard, hanging on to her last few days until retirement, when I felt a sense of peace and calmness. I looked at her and I said, Fran, you're our hero. Fran McElhenney was born and raised right here in Drexel Hill. She attended Prendy, but later transferred to Upper Darby High School, graduating in the class of, we're not sure, 70s. Mom might like it to be the 80s. She married her husband, Jerry, and together they have 7, I hope I get this right, 7 children: Rachel, Jerry, Marcus, Nathan, Mary Frances, Mallory, and Christian. They also share 12 grandchildren, some of who are here today in their little Upper Darby gear. They look great. Miss Rosen's getting lots of pictures. So as a fellow working mom, it's likely that I could end this speech right here after sharing that Fran worked, raised 7 children, and stayed sane. That's the epitome of a true hero. However, after dedicating many years to her family, Fran knew she still had more to give, and thank goodness for this school district she did. Once most of her children were grown and school-aged, Fran attended college and earned her teaching degree. She began working in Upper Darby School District, first subbing, then teaching both process skills and social studies. She then moved into the role of a lead teacher and rounded out her career as an assistant principal. Fran dedicated 17 years to Upper Darby School District, 11 as an administrator. Again, it is here that I could probably stop bragging about Fran, knowing just how much time, energy, and dedication that goes into being an educator in today's ever-challenging world, but there's more. A hero is defined as an illustrious warrior, one who shows great courage and an object of extreme admiration. That day when I looked at Fran, it was for all of those reasons that I knew I had a hero sitting right in front of me. There's a quote by Maya Angelou that reads, "I've learned that people will forget what you said, people will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel." And as I hear and continue to hear, it is that makes Fran a true hero. In a world that can be so cruel, Fran is so kind. She is loved by her staff, her students, and their families. She has such an incredible way with people, managing people, reading people, making people feel good about who they are, even in the darkest of times. Her husband and her children may not like this next statement, but many people around here, including Mr. Cramp and Mr. Schiller, say, Fran was always right. It is no doubt that Fran... It is no doubt that Fran made an everlasting impact on Upper Darby School District and Drexel Hill Middle School. But what makes me even more happy to know is that the feelings are mutual. When reflecting on her years of work, Fran's direct quotes were, "I love that place. I love what I do. I loved it every day, and it wasn't a job. It didn't feel like work." While I'm sure some days definitely felt like work, Fran remained positive, smiled, and spread happiness to all that were around her. People described Fran as the mom of the school. She knew everything because people felt safe talking and sharing with Fran. Again, in a world where there are no guarantees, one thing is for sure, I can't think of another person who deserves this award more than Fran. Fran, it was an honor to work with you for even just a small amount of time. Thank you for the wisdom, the knowledge, and the courage, and all that you have done for your students and for this district. You are a true hero. We wish you all the best in your retirement, and we all love you dearly. So Fran, if you want to come up and receive your hero.
So this proves that I'm always right to my children in the front. Just so you know, every time you guys say something, I'm just going to be like, should I carry it around with me? That's it. That's what I'll do. I'll give it to the kids. They'll let you know. I did prepare a speech. I'm overwhelmed. I can't tell you. Jill, thank you for your kind words. I have to stand on my tippy toes too. That's something that we definitely have in common. I knew the day that you came in here to be the principal that this place was so blessed and lucky to have you. Not just because you chose me for this honor. When Jill first told me that she was giving me this honor, I said, nope. Thought maybe she would forget about it and change her mind. She didn't. So then she texted me last week, and then I texted my family and said, you're not going to believe this, but okay. So, with that being said, I'm honored to be here today. I am truly humbled. I never expected to be standing here receiving this award. In my words, I love this place and all the people in it. When I used to walk through these doors every morning, I never knew what adventure awaited me. The one thing I did know is that I had the love and support of everyone that works in and out of this building. Starting with the maintenance department, safety officers, purple shirt, supervisors, teachers, kids, parents, classroom assistants, PCAs, administrators, the secretarial staff, transportation, who's really having a tough time right now, the technology department, social workers, guidance counselors, school psychologists, the cabinet, our school nurse, and we cannot forget our library assistant, and, of course, our valuable lead teachers. Together, we created one big family. Drexel Hill Middle School and all the people, especially the kids I have worked with in this district, will always have a special place in my heart. This place is the best, and I'm so glad I was able to get to know so many great people. I want to thank my children. I do. I want to thank my children. Each and every one of them have contributed to my success in one way or another. Having 7 children helped me to understand how all kids are different. When I was with my Drexel Hill Middle School kids here at school, I always treated them how I wanted my own children to be treated by their teachers. And a special thanks to my husband, Jerry, who had to listen to me when I would come home after a day at school, either upset or happy. He never was quite sure what to say. From the bottom of my heart, I thank all of you so very much for coming today and celebrating with me, and I wish everyone all the best success and happiness in the future. Thank you, everyone.
All right, and we have one final surprise for Fran. Take it away.
Sometimes sea.